Hello my friends, welcome to another knife review. This is a Nepalese Kukri. You're at the We All Juggle Knives channel, by the way. The steel on this is 5160 high carbon steel. Now I have a large size hand, so that's how it fits. This is a 4 Chira model. A Chira is their word for a fuller. Okay, and a fuller is simply a groove. This is a thick, heavy, indestructible piece of steel. Definitely. This was sent to me by ex-Gurkha Kukri house. Right, that is run by a veteran of the world-famous Gurkha military warriors. Here is some information that they sent me. All right, so as you can see, they've been forging kukris for 15 years. They forged them in the traditional way with traditional blacksmiths in Nepal. Now, your kukri will also come with 2 smaller blades. One of those is actually a honing steel and can also be used as a striker, right? So that one does not have an edge. And the other is simply a small utility knife, okay? Now, that will come sharpened, but mine was not sharpened because as they sent this to me, we talked about it, and I wanted it as quickly as possible. When I first got the Kukri, I was curious about how sharp it was, the edge. It has a very broad grind. Here it is with me just having some fun against some bottles. Check this out. And if you want to see the rest of the bottle cuts, check out my previous video, but it's amazing that such a thick, heavy blade could cleanly cut the bottles in that fashion right out of the box. I did a lot of chopping with this item on several different occasions, chopping on all sorts of logs. Now I want to point out that a kukri is much more than just a potential wood chopper, right? A kukri, these were used as weapons by the Gurkhas in World War II, fighting side by side with my ancestors in the Philippines against the Japanese. And this weapon can decapitate an enemy soldier, and also, much like a smatchet, it is broad and heavy enough that it can split a skull from crown to jaw. Okay, so I don't want you to think that, oh, it's only a wood chopper. Not at all. In fact, an axe, a really good Swedish axe, is definitely going to bite into a log more deeply than the kukri because this kukri is broad. But I like that it's broad, okay? They could have made this twice as thin, and sure, if it was thinner, it would bite more deeply into wood. But like I said, this is a skull splitter. This is an indestructible survival blade, which in a military situation could also be used to pry open crates of supplies. Now, the reason I tested it out on these logs is just because we have a huge supply of logs, but I don't want you to think that it's only a wood chopper. Another major reason for all the chopping was not to test the blade or the edge at all. It was actually to test out the handle. Traditional kukris have a hidden tang, and so I just had to make absolutely sure that the tang on this was rock solid and super secure. Okay, so it was a handle test. All right, here is a montage of the chopping, then we'll be back for final thoughts. Okay, final thoughts and conclusions. Well, number one, the handle is still rock solid. There is absolutely zero rattle or looseness to the handle. It's fused like it's one solid piece. There was some wildlife at the creek that day. They wanted to be in the video, so there they are. I hope this brightens your day. As for the blade, you saw it came super sharp. However, it does have a very broad grind, so it will not bite in the way an axe would. Yes, there's me. I have no selfie stick. My arm is my selfie stick. Right? I had a lot of fun at the creek. I fired up my hobo stove, had a little camp out, and I had some other knives on some occasions there, and I had a little, tea party with my knives, and just had a good old time. Right? So about this kukri, it's not a substitute for an axe. As I said, it's a multi-purpose tool. That high carbon steel. Look, it's just freaking indestructible, and it's a skull splitter. And if you needed to, you could chop some branches and so forth as well. All right, this is made in the traditional manner from Nepal. Definitely an impressive piece. I could so see the Gurkhas using this in a very fearsome manner. Right, so if you want the authentic kukri, I definitely highly recommend this piece, as well as the seller. Okay, I will include links below the video. There you see the handle made in the traditional way, as well as the traditional symbol of destruction, the notch. This has a mirror polish, just a beautiful piece, right? So if you need a multi-purpose survival tool and fearsome weapon, right, you're looking for a kukri. Yeah, this thing is just an indestructible, end of the world. This will survive the apocalypse. It's basically bomb-proof, super beefy, super stout. If you want the exact dimensions, the thickness and the exact weight, all that information is there for you on the links below the video. You can check that out. But yeah, I'm definitely happy with this. Glad to own it. I enjoyed testing it. Hope you enjoyed this video.